Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to our 20th day of app development challenge. And yeah, last few days I spent on creating the reminders logic. So the UI kinda is there, and yesterday I was basically looking into the scheduling of those notifications on Android. So brief update, and the decision was to kinda not to overcomplicate the stuff and implement it with WorkManager for Android only, kinda natively, create some simple wrapper in the KMP stuff, and that's kind of just to have it from up and running, and in the future I can iterate on it a bit more. So yeah, so today I would continue doing this stuff. I want to still double check this behavior to rerun the requests or works, because the periodic request builder doesn't allow expedited value, right? To basically run it at kinda a bit more or less specific time. So I would check for thing today is whether I can reschedule the same work basically from the worker. So yeah, let's see and then move forward with it. seconds. Here, let's run it immediately. Let's see. Okay. That's interesting. How am I supposed to? Or I would need to use the alarm manager. Why? Okay, let's check it without the expedite. Okay, 34. Let's see if it would be in 34 or kind of approximately. Not bad. Yeah, my device is in foreground, so that's kind of fine. But if you don't really use the device and don't care too much, that might be okay to kind of have a floating schedule for the notifications. I would need some ID for the notifications and think whether to use maybe this work ID if it would be unique every time, which technically should. Okay, now here 2 actually works. So I need to do this first on the app launch, but still it gives me the correct good IDs I might use for identification. So that kinda works as I would expect. So the only thing, okay, this stuff I don't really need to if I want to use the expedited. So technically I can get rid of this stuff, get rid of this stuff. So I can't really inject anything here. It would just work. So I can't really okay, schedule. So I would need this stuff. I need to calculate the delays, right? And I would get the Yeah, I would need to pass the reminders. Here and here I would need to show the notification. Okay, let's do it like this way. I can do some class like time reminder. Okay. Here we can start with some simple function to schedule. It's Java class. Okay, here we would get actually the work manager. Here I would also need the preferences stuff. Reminder preferences. so I would need to reschedule it somehow, and doing it for the current time is not a good idea. In theory, it would be great to pass some data. So okay, we can do it, and for data we have okay, there is data builder. Actually, I can keep delay calculation here, so I can do okay, but I also need a day. It can give me a lot of headache in the future, but well, so we have specific time, and this specific time should be in the future. gonna help me? She's not. Okay, okay, one second, let me give DeepSeek a task. And now we can hug a bit. Cat time. Okay, they are weak, that's fine. That's fine. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. You won't run away if you're here. It was pretty quick, right? But you sure like this stuff. Let's read it. Hmm. Yeah, I might use this day of week class from the library instead of the indexes. I think it's a good idea. Alright, guys. So, okay. Yeah, I need to take a look into this stuff a bit more, but let's copy this part and put it somewhere, I don't know, here for now. So, okay, that's kind of a mapping from one to another. which is fine. And for some reason, day of week, the first day is Friday, then Monday, Sunday, Saturday, what? Okay, let it be for now. Here, Kotlin time also type, okay, now it's own class. Okay, so day of week is Monday, Tuesday, so +1, so Monday is 1. Not too far, not too far. Okay, let's try calculate. So day +1 in my case, and the duration. Plus 7 day at time. Okay, let's keep it like this for now. There is some duplication here, but I can keep with it for now. your schedule, I need a day. Okay, I need a day as well. I can do it like this. I can I get number? Input day. Oh. Per minute. All integers, but here we have any, so I can do a small extension here. I still would need to show notification here, but yeah, that should be fine. So, also I would like to add small log. Message right now, but still create. I would need to add some library, I guess, today. Time till. Okay, let's try. So the app has been launched, and we will do nothing because I haven't injected this scheduler here. So here I would need time reminder stuff. Right. Let me put just inject. Okay, by inject. What are you doing? There was nothing there. Okay, now we should, in theory, schedule and verify if the time calculation is working fine. There is nothing here. Okay, so we have one. Okay, it has some pretty print. So we have day 1, so it's technically what? In my case, Tuesday. So today is Friday, so till the next reminder on Tuesday, I have Saturday, Monday, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so 4 hours and 18 minutes, which is correct. That's awesome. So I would assume that it's working fine. It is working fine. Okay, let me do the following. So that's a good kind of sign here. And if I would relaunch the app, with the current logic, it basically should reschedule everything. Yeah. With the new IDs. For that, so I believe here, Kimp logging, I know about the Napier library, but let me take a note. Let's add some logging. Well, Kimp logging library. Okay, not bad. Kermit. Okay. 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 Okay, maybe let me try. Yeah, print a line. Anyways, Kermit, let's just check. I've been using Napier for quite some time, but K-logging, or now it's Kermit. Okay, this is more or less up to date, which is good. It's from TouchLab. They're like great guys, or developers in general. This one, structured logs. That's okay. Okay. Placeholders, which also good stuff. A lot of parts here. Heelys, okay. Okay, this one not released, which is, I mean, they're just a string name, so. Okay. So 16 here, 25 here, and up here. Was released in January 2020. Is it like a year ago? Okay, so I guess we might have a problem actually that it's not updated for the last year actually. I mean, it's working, but still. Okay. Well, it would be great to see the update for it, but as of right now, seems like nope. So let me play with the Kermit a bit, just to try it out. Okay. Let's add it. Okay, in theory, it should work, right? But I might try to check. So WorkManager basically stores the scheduled tasks, or at least it should, in the table, right? So here we have our tags present here. This I'm not really sure, but we have a lot of stuff here. So if you need to kind of debug or find out something, at least on your local machine, you can do it more for testing maybe. So it's like schedule, when exactly, when I believe it was triggered, and a bunch of other stuff, and the tag as well, stop reason, whenever it is, work progress, not sure, it might be those that are in progress right now. Something here, preferences, don't know, and dependencies, no dependencies. But yeah, they are there, so I'm pretty happy about this. So let me actually do this stuff and commit the scheduling with WorkManager POC for Android. I'm not really sure if I need to observe the changes or not. That's an open question. TouchLab also have, because they have a lot of great libraries for the KMP. Okay, that's great. And the great stuff that they're doing, like it open source, so I need to remove this checkbox. I mean, I'm usually running some code analysis stuff by myself, so no need for it. Okay, so let's take the scheduler first. So we can use the logger stuff here. I don't really need this stuff right now, at least. But I may add the Crashlytics logger in the future, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. worse actually. So it's more like debug stuff. Okay, that should be enough for right now. Let's quickly take a look. I replaced all the prints, at least here, with this library. So let's see how it looks like in comparison to the prints. But I don't really expect too much from it. Actually, if it's working fine, it's working fine. We need to move this stuff around a bit, but for now that should be okay. Yeah, KMP project runs a bit longer, I would say, in comparison to regular Android app, especially that it's kind of small. But it could be also because I'm streaming from the same laptop and taking part of the hardware. So let's see if I can share. Well, yeah, I mean M1 Pro is loaded like half, or it's like 100% and half system and half me, and memory kinda similar. So yeah, it's like 16 gigs of RAM, so I think like right on the edge to my taste. So but who would buy M4 Pro and 32 gigs or even more? Actually, on Sunday would be our last stream in this series. So I'm not sure if I would do the development on Sunday, but at least I hope to at least try to finish this time-based reminders by tomorrow end of the day. So on Sunday I can just do some summary, how much time I've spent on this, how many users I have so far, and yeah, review the amount of work that's been done over those like 22 days or even kind of 20 days, because I had 2 days off from this stream, and yeah, just gather the thoughts, share them. It definitely won't be like a structured presentation or video, but stream, right, with the flow of thoughts. But that would be on Sunday for sure. And yeah, so but for today I still need to figure out what to do with the settings or reminders in general. So we'll do that as much as I can. Okay, reminder, doing work here, doing work, but then that's something older. Actually, let me add a tag. It would be much easier to find it. Just to group them a bit more, because otherwise I can't really imagine. Longer, can I do this? I should be. Yeah, I just don't want to repeat myself here too much. But still to be able to aggregate all this stuff all together, because it would be hard to search for this stuff. Yeah, I can get rid of this. Second time it should run faster. Yeah, a lot of stuff is up to date. So I think after I've updated the library, a lot of stuff got invalidated. So that's why the build was like a few minutes long. But in general, it's like not bad. Yeah, like 40 seconds, that's fine. So it said it would do the default logging. Okay, scheduler one, canceling previous, scheduled. Let's write it something nicer. Scheduled reminder for the hour delay. Done. Scheduling reminders. That's good. Time reminder is run. Let's do it here. Completed. Do it this way. Just to keep it a bit more reasonable. Still, those logs are local. They would go nowhere, and actually, yeah, as we're talking about the loggers, right? In the loggers area, I want to disable. Okay, they have separate. I want to disable, as of right now at least, the logger for the release build, as of right now by default. So somewhere, let's do this in the analytics. It's kind of analytical stuff, but anyways. So logger. Or means severity. Is it for? What would be better? Well, I can do this way. So we have log severity. Okay. So let's do this way. If debug enabled, we would have this one. So verbose, it's basically everything. And for the release, I would actually be interested in info and about, so yeah, that makes sense. This we don't really need because, well, users define the data. This one, that's trickier, but I don't really expect crashes too much here, so should be fine. Do we have any other like print? No? That's great. So add logger. Awesome. So we are at where 125.50. Notifications. Need to figure out the notification part. So I know that you need to have channel created for Android, and in this channel you can do the local notification, which is fine. I will follow some basic tutorial. It's with the WorkManager, which is great. I don't need this stuff. No. Post. Yes, I need this notification permission. Again, this part would also be like Android specific as of, right now, without the iOS implementation, but that's something I would be figuring out like outside of this stream and maybe share it somewhere in the future. Okay. So that's a good question. So KMP permissions, Moko-Permissions, daily dev. Okay. icerockDAO, another great company which is doing a lot of open source Kotlin multi-platform contribution. So if you haven't checked or seen, should be for sure. The only thing here is actually that it's okay, it's relatively fresh, which is good. List of support. Okay, they don't have notification, which is sad. Can I do the custom one actually? Usage common code. Provide permission. Okay, that's interesting. In compose, bind effect. Okay, multi-platform, which is also great. That's great. The only thing I still would like to understand if they allow to do some custom stuff. Here they have permission. interface. Okay, here formatting went in the wrong direction. Implementation, coin. Well, okay, can I actually fork the library and do similar stuff, but for like a local push notifications? Because I'm pretty sure that and here they're expecting specifically this notification, not the remote one. So compose, no, there should be some base one. Okay, that's permissions, permission controller, permission state. Well, it's not too complicated, at least right now. The controller, okay, bind. Here we have the permissions, launcher, permissions. Here we have permissions, do platform permissions. That's important part, I believe. Okay, let's take a look what kind of pull requests we have. Handle, CarPlay, multi-package, BLE. Yeah, okay, that's something that is not really useful for me. A lot of requests to add. Would I be able to actually, yeah, to fork it and maybe add a local one? It shouldn't be too much of a lift for this change. Basically, I need to, this already present, I need to add map. This should be there already. Actually, let me try really quickly. Should I fork or what? Okay, let me do a quick fork. Repo name, I can do, should I? I never did really forks for the repos. I mean, I did, but without back merging it with the pull request to the original one. So, but I would, yeah, I would pick it from the release branch. I open? Is it too big? No, no changes. So, okay, Moko-Permissions. Can I do a local notification? It still should keep the reference, right? Yeah. So for that, I need to take it from here, clone, take this stuff, studio projects, clone. Let me do it like separately. Trust. So it's Moko library, right? Moko. Not sure if I would have too much of a progress for today, because I have like around 20-ish more minutes. But still, let's try to play with it a bit more. This whole challenge is like an interesting journey overall, so why not? Why not? If I would be able to build like a local copy of it, I don't mind, or even push back. I never did like open source contribution, some merge into it, so that could be an interesting journey. But what do we have? To use incompatible, Gradle cannot sync. Yes, I need to change the Java. It's here, here, here. Let me pick 17. Try again. Usually 17 nowadays is like a safe bet, so okay, it started, so which is good. Meanwhile, I need to go here. I would add one permission here. Okay, I might not really back merge this stuff because it will be only for Android, but still. Maybe I would tackle this stuff for iOS as well, but kind of later. Okay, here we have all the kill Java stuff. So here they have all the mappings kind of available for different versions. So I would need to add this, and in theory, it should be working. At least I hope. So, but yeah, it would be interesting to try this out. So I would need what? This for tiramisu and higher. I remember there were some problems with these notifications. Permissions on Android 12 actually, or 12L, like for large devices. I can't remember, to be honest. So special one. Okay, yeah, I need the default stuff, permissions. I might want to add actually a button, or I just can press and open the app, so there is not much of the complication. Yeah, this one. Okay, it's not about the permissions in general, but it's about transitioning from one state to another if the device got update. This part. And that could be a problem. I think that's a rare use case, but at least during this change, it was. So, and where we are. Not sure if it's downloading anything or what, because this message is like nothing here, nothing. Well, okay, let's wait a bit more. Okay. Yeah, I would remember or enable the notifications only on the at the moment of the enabling of the reminders. But actually, good question how I would. Okay, it started to do download. How I would disable. I need to think about this a bit more, because in the settings I've added kind of a toggle for the reminders, but if I disable, I'm just hiding the area without really canceling them, so I might need some status added additionally, so yeah. But for now, let's do this part. But what are the contribution rules? Just in case if I would decide to do my first ever contribution to it. Like data binding, guys, come on. That's interesting. Are they using it in a sample? You should be kidding me. Yeah. Well, I mean, for what? For what? I don't see anything actually is binding. Oh, on click. Really? That's interesting. And yeah, a bit more, okay. But okay, this is binding to activity. That should be also, yeah, that's really the only thing. Okay, I haven't seen really data binding for years, but well. Okay, 2019, yeah, so it's like 6 years ago. So I mean, I can imagine data binding a bit more 6 years ago, and I think no one really updates it too much without a need. But actually, that's also like a minor maybe update that could be done, because otherwise here, okay, BLE. Okay, still importing. Okay, so it's kind of a bug here, if I understood correctly. But interesting that I'm not sure how often or frequently it's maintained. So this one was on October. And here we have like some others. Okay, that's October afterwards. Okay, let's try. And the cradle is like relatively old. But yeah. I mean, it might be really faster to to do it on my own, but I'm kind of started to get curious here. Okay, just a request. actually, okay, I kind of fetched the project. Okay, and it has like 1, 2, 3, 4 apps inside plus the libraries. I'm just curious, am I like running? Okay, I might, let me see. Permissions, okay, all samples. Okay, let me do it this way. This way. I don't really need all other stuff actually. And I still got an error in the end, so I mean, if it wouldn't work today, I would do like some custom stuff tomorrow, but yeah. Or should I actually do the MMP instead? Or is it, okay, it's library. Compose Android app. I would need either this one or on this one. Yeah, I might take Compose Android app. It doesn't really matter too much for multi-platform library for me right now. But it's, let's see. I know that updating the open source stuff, it's not an easy thing, but it's like 20 minutes just to sync the project, and I haven't really even run it. Would it be like everything from scratch or what? Because I have this configuration task still running on the background, indexes. Oh yeah, that's the problem. I think I don't really even have the 9 something Kotlin on this laptop anymore. Or I might have it, but it was, wow, a year ago or what? So yeah, these indexes would take some time for sure. Come on, yes. So this one should go really quick. I hope so. Still no? Come on. Okay, we have 2 more people actually who are doing something on this stream on Friday night alongside me, but the chat is empty, so let's keep this secret as is. Okay, my microphone almost ran out of battery, so that might be a good sign to think about the wrap up for today and plan tomorrow work. So let me try once again. Importing. Because otherwise I might take some parts of this project just into mine. Like this compose part or yeah, I even can check the permissions part, but yeah. And later when I would need the iOS app, because I at least would expect that I would need it at some moment, I will do the other part. So for the remote, what? I had to do this sooner. It actually has the needed permission. They just called it in a different way. I need this this exact one, not this one, but for local notifications you need the same. Ah, man. That's a nice news. At 2 hours flat. Okay, well, I'm a bit disappointed I haven't really checked it sooner. But yeah, unexpectedly, this notification, they called it as a remote one. Well, you definitely need to name parts of the code better, so it would be self-descriptive. Here it's not really. So well, let me just add it quickly. So I would have it available for tomorrow. I don't really want to do that today. So also common main API. think it's like already changed. So let me take implementation plus composed stuff over here. Also implementation. Yeah, that's really unexpected. I really thought that I would do some contribution to the open source, maybe like just at first do it locally, but well, it is what it is. But yeah. Let's do this part really quickly. Okay, anyways, yeah, let me do the project sync, add this stuff to the conversion catalog, and basically wrap up on this node for today. And tomorrow at let me find, I believe it's 7 p.m. Kyiv time, would be the stream where I think I would actually add, let me actually change the names, I can see it. So reminder notifications, and the last day summary, the name already there. And for today, it actually would be scheduling reminders. So that kind of the last step almost. So I hope it would work fine. And yeah. Okay, then see you tomorrow if you would join to observe this lame approach to update the library, but yeah. And yeah, have a good night, day, and thank you. See ya.